Hello, my name is James Lamke, and this is my film analysis of Taking Root, the Vision of Wangari Maathai. Um, Taking Root embodies a dramatic narrative about Maathai and how she would help change an entire nation by founding the Green Belt movement, a movement that encouraged rural women to plant trees. Um, I thought that the film used like some amazing conversations and interviews to show like the 30-year journey of Matai, her colleagues in the Greenbelt organization to protect the environment, ensure equality between men and women, defend human rights, and promote democracy. Matai did this because she discovered her life's work with the rural woman she had grown up with. They were complaining that they had to walk longer distances for firewood. Clean water had become scarce. The soil was disappearing from their fields, and people were suffering from malnutrition. Uh, and the film kind of demonstrated that because Matai was educated in the United States and she was the first woman to receive a PhD in East and Central Africa, she had the knowledge to suggest planting trees. And that's how the Green Belt organization came to exist. Little did they know that it would turn into a lot more over the years and like pretty quickly too. Um, in the mid 1980s, Kenya was under the rule of the dictator Daniel Arap Moi, who he had outlawed group gatherings and intending to their nurseries, women had a legitimate reason to gather outside their homes and discuss their problems. These women soon found themselves working together against things like deforestation, poverty, and political repression until they became a national force and it spread nationwide. And as the trees and the Greenbelt movement grew, they were also met with violent oppression from the government and that dictator. In response, Matai led numerous confrontations in defense of the environment and social justice, each that brought her closer to democracy, um, brought the country closer to democracy. And then through perseverance, Kenya's fight for democracy finally prevailed. In 2002, a new democratically elected government replaced Moyes, and Matai became a member of the new parliament and assistant minister of the environment and natural resources. And I thought some really cool facts that they presented in the film were today, there are more than 4,000 greenbelt nurseries throughout Kenya that generate income for 150,000 people, and 51 million trees have deeply altered the physical landscape of the country. And the Greenbelt movement has also started programs for teaching women about things like indigenous food, um, income activities, self empowerment. I think it's really cool that it had a really big focus on women. And overall, I thought the film did an excellent job of giving the audience a really inspiring story, like the way they presented it. I found it really cool that just by planting trees, they were able to not only like unite the people of Kenya, but they started something so much bigger. Like they eventually were able to change the entire government um, and progress that way. I also just thought it was really interesting that like it could be like the movement, started with them planting trees so they could solve their like socio-economic issues, right? And then it turned into so much more of like empowerment for women, justice for all, whether it be a man or woman, um, political freedom. I thought that the film just did an excellent job of also using like the interviews with Matai and really giving it um, just an amazing feeling. So thank you.